are not really in recession now. Other countries like the Philippines are slowly developing from the recession that they have experienced in the past. The challenge now is how do we best maintain this economy we have. The debate is whether or not putting cap on wages benefits the economy and the people in the company. I saw two issues in this debate. First is the issue of necessity. Is it necessary to put cap on wages that a particular executive can have? And second is overcompensation. But the first issue, they say it's necessary because it will safeguard the corporations from economic breakdown. We say that it's not necessarily the case because what happens in recession is not really what caused the recession. It's not really the overcompensation of executives. It's the non-regulation of these companies, Mr. Chair, meaning the company as a whole, not really the overcompensation of the executive. They say, even the Orphan government say that it's so immoral for the government to keep on saving these companies. We think that it's not immoral because these companies, when they're still functioning, they pay millions of dollars of taxes to the state. That's why, in case of recession, we think that it's the state's responsibility to save these companies, to have more economic benefits. They say that it's unfair to other workers because they will have low wages. It discourages them to work. First, there's nothing to be afraid because we have minimum wage, and it is the assurance that these low-level employees can still have the money that they deserve. Second, it doesn't discourage them because they do good and gain more expertise. There is an incentive for them to do so because if they will be promoted, they can have the biggest money or the biggest salary that they can have without the cap that they presented. Second, in a capitalist society, your wage is equivalent to the labor that you give to the company, meaning your expertise, which is immeasurable, Mr. Chair, which is present in these executives. We think that it is but right and justified for these executives to have that kind of salary that they have. But why is it sit down? But why is it important to maintain this? First, because in companies, people serve different contributions, and this in these corporations. The distinction or disparity of wages tells us that they have different contributions and they deserve different salaries from the different contributions that they give to these companies. For example, you can't give a janitor here in the Philippines 20,000 per month. The contribution of the janitor is to clean only these rooms or these offices. But you can't give 10 million to president of PLDT because he's the mind of the company and he's the reason why that janitor is still inside that company, Mr. Chair. Second, they're afraid of the tendencies of CEO to demand for high wage. We think that we don't necessarily need to tolerate these kind of acts. Their policy even won't solve these kind of tendencies because we feel that there's a presence of due process justice system. If this CEO demand for high wages, Mr. Chair, we think that the companies has the initiative to do necessary action because the company isn't only controlled by the CEO but also to the stakeholders in it. That's why they have the right to do necessary action for these things not to happen. They're very afraid of it and they don't even want to face this problem. We feel that in the closing government, we expounded the necessity and the benefits that we can see in the status quo. First, our policy encourages the circulation of money and spending. We think that in the recession or after the recession, people are encouraged by state to spend. That's why they encourages these elite families to buy luxury things or to buy things that will help in the circulation of money. It makes when you do this policy, it makes the corporation vulnerable. Because first, you don't think the money circulate that will greatly affect the economy. That's why the state encourages people to spend. Savings would also save the economy in terms of recession. They want these companies to save. But in terms of recession, Mr. Chair, these savings won't help the company at all. Because the main reason why these companies still exist is not if the economy is strong. And that's what we want to happen at the end of the day. The idea of spending and circulation of money helps the economy as a whole, which benefits everyone. On the issue of compensation bad. They said that it's bad because it is unfair to minimum wage earners, and it also put the companies in vulnerability of recession. We say no, because the amount of work and contribution is equitable to the salary that they have. We think that it's just right for a capitalist society to give this kind of salaries to these people. Then talk about the distinction or the justification why is there a need to put premium on these CEO. First, because they are the brain of the company. You have to incentivize them to work hard for the benefit of the whole of the company and the economy as well. Meaning, you let this CEO help in booming the economy. The stability of the company is very important. That relates to the people under these CEOs. Because when this CEO is discouraged to work because his salary has been cut, Mr. Chair, it affects these people under, or it affects these janitors because it also affects the stability of the company. It discourages CEO to work well, which is dangerous, that affect the company greatly. They even have this notion that these corporations might use all of this money just to pay for the CEO because that CEO is important, and they're afraid for that CEO to get out. We don't think that the company will spend that much money for that CEO in the expense of their company's bankruptcy, because this salary that they give to the CEO is not equal to the total money that they have in that company. Mr. We don't think we don't think irrationality is happening in these companies. Mr. We have proven to you why is it justified, and then talk about certain examples, Mr. Chair. Lastly, there's also an importance of giving these people, of maintaining the status quo, because these people open into more investments, to more venture that creates more jobs. Meaning, people who doesn't have jobs can actually have jobs. And at the present, Mr. Chair, we think that it's a great benefit to the people at the end of the day. This kind of principle that we're defending, the principle of spending and circulation of money, it could lead to a survival of big companies just like Coke and Savannah, Sportstar, or other companies, Mr. Chair,